The cow who wanted to be a cow. In a faraway land, where men wandered from teacher to teacher in search of enlightenment, a cow felt an inner calling. She felt she would like to become a cow. She walked for many days to the nearest village and came across a master who was drawing water from a well. The cow knelt before the teacher, and with a pleading voice, asked him, "I would like to be a cow." The teacher stared at her. He looked to the sides, making sure this wasn't a joke by his disciples. Then he, with an annoyed gesture, dismissed her, saying, "What are you talking about? You're already a cow." The cow left, disappointed. "This teacher doesn't know," she said to herself. Many days later, she arrived at another village. A master who looked very wise, sitting in the lotus position under a tree, stroked his long beard while his disciples offered him fruits and pampered him. The cow thought to herself, "This master looks happy. I don't think he'll mind my request." With great reverence, the cow knelt before the master and his disciples. "Tell me, my daughter," the teacher greeted her, with a soft voice. "How can I help you?" "Please," the cow pleaded, lowering her head until it almost touched the ground, "I would like to be a cow." The teacher burst out laughing, with a full, radiant laugh. "What are you talking about?" he said between laughs. "Don't you realize you're already a cow?" The cow felt sad. "This master also doesn't know how to turn me into a cow," she said to herself, and left dragging her hooves along the ground. Days later, she arrived at a village that seemed deserted. Only a few huts showed that anyone lived there. On the hillside of a field, an old man was slowly tilling the soil with a shovel. "I'm fed up with teachers," the cow thought to herself, as she watched him do his work. "This humble old man is sure to have a better answer." She knelt before the old man, who smiled with a shining face. "Please," said the cow, pleading. "I'm looking for someone to help me become a cow. Everyone has told me I am a cow, but I simply don't understand. If I were already a cow, why would I be trying to become one? Can you help me?" The old man removed the hat that shielded him from the harsh sun, approached, and embraced her tenderly. "I know how to make you become a cow," he said. "However, it's not going to be easy. You'll have to do many things to make it happen. Are you willing to do whatever it takes?" The cow became happy. This humble old man knew. She had found her master. She agreed excitedly. Finally, someone would turn her into a cow. Her training began. The old man put a plow on her neck, and she plowed the entire field. Diligently, she carried field tools and climbed up and down the mountain several times, carrying the harvest that the land she had plowed with the old man yielded. Some days were difficult, and her exhausted body lay at night in a stable that the old man built for her. But she felt happy. "I'm going to be a cow," she said to herself with conviction. Years of hard work and labor in the field passed. The old man began to lose his strength in the field, and he looked a little more tired each day. One day, he called her and said with a huge smile, "Tonight, you are going to become a cow." "Really?" The cow couldn't believe it. Her dream of many years was about to come true. "What should I do?" "It will be difficult," the master confided. "But you are ready. All you have to do is climb that high mountain. Reach the summit." "Thank you, master," she said, kneeling for the last time, and set off towards the mountain. The slope was narrow and treacherous, full of loose rocks that could roll at any moment under her hooves. But the cow was full of conviction. She had trained for this for a long time. Finally, she would be a cow. The day passed arduously, and her muscles ached. But she continued the ascent. The sun was nearing the horizon when she finally reached the end. At the summit, there was a small pond. The cow, exhausted and happy, went to drink water. When she saw her reflection on the surface, she knew with her whole being that she was a cow. Easy answers don't convince us. If someone were to tell us that we have already reached the goal, that we have already achieved happiness, that we are already who we have always wanted to be, we would walk away disappointed. No teacher can convince us of what they see in us. We must be able to see it with our own eyes, after having lived a life of doing what we do. That is why the old man knew how to help the cow become a cow.